Update. AITA for not telling my therapist I wanted to see someone new? First off, my husband would like to say in his best capped Holt voice, vindication. And I would like to say thank you for the outpouring of support. It really gave me a lot to think about. On to the update. On Monday I consulted my primary doctor and he said he was fine prescribing me my meds if my psych did drop me because of what old therapist said. So I had a call with my psych where I asked him straight out if he was dropping me because I wasn't seeing her anymore. Guys, he was shocked. She hadn't told him anything. So I gave him a quick rundown and he was pissed. Said he has no idea why she would ever say to me that he would drop me. And that me seeing her or not had nothing to do with me and him. He doesn't care who my therapist is, so long as they are helping me. So, luckily that worked itself out. And if I do decide to leave that practice, at least I know I have a backup plan. Something tells me that she didn't expect me to actually say anything to him, and was counting on me not rocking the boat, as it were. I saw my new therapist today and told her what happened, and she is very angry. She said a lot of the same things you guys were saying. That old therapist was using things I have said in therapy as manipulation. And that saying all that stuff with other people around is a major HIPAA violation. And that old therapist was the unethical one, not me. She and I are working through my guilt, trauma feelings. And we are working towards me being comfortable reporting her. I took what you guys said to heart. And I would feel awful if she did this to someone and they didn't have the support system I had and they hurt themselves over it. I just need a little bit of time to process some of the old feelings this has brought up for me. Thank you guys again. It really helped me stay grounded and kept me from going over the ledge, as it were. Edit. Thanks for the awards. I think this is the link to the original. For real this time, lol. https www.reddit.com/r/AmITheAsshole/comments/m9do30/AITA For telling my old therapist I wanted to /UTM medium equals Android app and UTM source equals share. As a therapist, your original post sent me through the roof. Toxic AF, and I would consider filing a grievance with the state. Wow, I didn't read the original, so I went back and OMG, she was toxic as hell. I'm so glad you had the strength to leave that therapist and you have a supportive husband. Also, love that Holt bit. I hear it in my head all the time. I think you've dealt with this so well. I'm really impressed that you were able to 1. Identify that your old therapist was harmful for you. 2. Step away from your old therapist. 3. Tell your old therapist you were leaving and stick to your guns when she tried to emotionally manipulate you. 4. Asked your psych if he was going to drop you BC of old therapist, getting clarity for yourself and also taking a measure of control over the situation. 5. Started to see a new therapist when this must have been intimidating. 6. Made a decision to work towards reporting your old therapist. You've shown mental strength and solid decision-making in defending yourself and looking after your mental health needs. How you feel, or felt, doesn't negate the positive choices you took. How you choose to act is what defines you. And you were and are brave. Your husband seems kick-ass cool too. Please give him a high five for me. Good for you. I'm sorry you had her as your therapist. I hope everything goes well and finally feel comfortable reporting her. Link to previous post. OMG. I just read your original post and I'm so mad on your behalf. That therapist should be removed from any position where people's mental health is involved. So toxic. Glad everything has worked out and you found an actual therapist. Went back and read the original post and holy shit. 1. You need to marry your husband again because he is amazing. 2. I sincerely hope your old therapist gets fired because of this because... Oof. Why are they still practicing? I'm glad your psych knows what's going on because I have a feeling they'll help you getting the therapist reported. And finally, congratulations on getting a better therapist. This one sounds much more supportive and will give you the help you need. This makes me happy. I am happy. Glad you're onto a new therapist. She was nasty. 99! Exclamation mark. I'm so happy to see this update. And take your time on reporting your ex-therapist. My wife was in a similar situation. And her current therapist worked with her for over a year before she was ready to report. And the crap her ex-therapist pulled was 10 years ago. Taking care of you as priority number 1. But if you can report later, you'd be doing others a favor. It's great you started seeing someone new. So many people give up after the initial psychologist doesn't feel right. You're doing very well. I had read your original post. I had studied to become a therapist, but ended up taking a different career choice. And I actually had to walk away from my computer because I was just so utterly furious for you. Your ex-therapist. Or as I kept calling them, that effing quack Dr. Phil wannabe. Was absolutely manipulating you. And destroying whatever progress you made to keep you as a reliable and regular patient. They were interested in their own financial gain, rather than seeing you improve and grow. I am so happy that you have a strong and positive support system in place. In your husband, your psychiatrist, and your new therapist with all your powers combined. You are Captain Planet? Stay safe. And stay sane. There is people that should never be therapist. I'm so happy Op dropped the old therapist and isn't dropping of therapy, counselor BC of that. Like I did for a year. Thankfully new therapist looks like a good one. I hope everything goes well for Op. First, your husband's sense of humor and taste in TV shows is impeccable. From the original post he sounds like an absolute gem of a man too. Second, I am so glad you found a therapist that isn't toxic. And got away from the toxic one. I sincerely hope you're doing better now. Purple Heart. I read your post when you Farhat made it. And I just couldn't understand how a therapist could really think they could keep this up. I was seriously angry at her. Great job on leaving. And for your husband for being so supportive. Good luck. I hope you will make a lot of progress and will be able to enjoy life to the fullest. Man. Everyone is saying they were angry at old therapist for you. But it just made me want to cry on your behalf. To have someone with whom you have to be so vulnerable with turn on you like that is unimaginable. Not to say that she wasn't showing her true personality the whole time by telling you you needed to be different. But still, I hope your new therapist is someone who doesn't tell you that you're bad and wrong for any reason. You deserve better. I'm so proud of you. Oh, I know it sounds weird coming from a stranger, but I am so proud of you. I'm so happy for you, Op. You deserve a good therapist, and any therapist that gives you additional anxieties is not a good one. I also want to add you can drop a therapist for any reason in the world. Maybe their voice is distracting to you. Drop them. Maybe they want to dig into your trauma that you're not ready to talk about. Drop them. Literally any reason ever. Your therapist needs to be perfect for you. And a lot of therapists won't be. That's okay. You can drop as many as you need until you find the therapist that helps you most. I am also proud of you for working to report her. Take all the time you need. You got this. I never saw your original post, so I am glad that you linked it and I was able to read it first. After reading the original, I was so infuriated at your old therapist. I could not believe she would try to force you into the stereotypical misogynistic, the little woman must keep her bread-winning man of the house happy role. Plot twist. I'm a 42-year-old male, and I would never expect my wife to do that. As your new therapist and husband said, it is a partnership. I am so glad you worked up the courage to see someone new. And you will update us later that you were able to report the old therapist. I literally shed a tear when I was reading this update. As someone who was in therapy for years due to a traumatic childhood, with a therapist who told my aunt during the adoption process, "Don't waste your time with this kid. The trauma has damaged him. He'll be a drain on society if he makes it to adulthood." I am so happy that you are in the road to healing. I hope it goes well for you. I'm so glad you stood up and spoke out. Amazing. Glad you have a good supportive husband too. Best wishes with this new therapist.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.